Look, most people have no idea how much their nickel coins are worth. In this video, I'm going to be going over some nickel coins that sold for so much money, and you do not want to be passing up these coins in your pocket change or in collections that you come across because they could be worth so much money, guys. And honestly, the last thing you want to do is bring any of these coins to a pawn shop and get ripped off. So please do your research, do your homework, stay until the end of this video so you don't miss out on any coins that could potentially be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. But let's jump right into this video. So up first, we have a 1943 5-cent double die obverse coin graded by PCGS, mint state 66. Now, one of the biggest reasons why this coin sold for so much money is because it's a double die obverse. Now, what do I mean by that? So double die obverse coins, obverse meaning the front of the coin, double die meaning that there are areas on the front of the coin that have doubling. Now, double die obverse coins, or any double die coin, is a mint error that occurs during the minting process. What you really want to be looking out for is any doubling that's happening on the front or the back of the coin. Sometimes this can be very microscopic, so you're going to need some sort of USB microscope or any sort of loop or magnifying glass. I'm not going to try to sell you something. Just go on eBay or Amazon and buy one that's worth anywhere between $5 and $15. But essentially, you might need that in order to see the doubling happening here, because this coin that graded at a mint state 66, and remember the highest grade we can get in grading is 70, so this is only a few points away. The combination of the high grade, it's a double die obverse. This coin sold for $528. But let's jump into this next coin that sold for $14,950. So this is a 1947S 5-cent Jefferson Nickel. Now this one graded by PCGS, mint state 67 with the full steps on the back. So let me be blunt with you here. The chances that you get a coin and you're able to get it graded and it grades at a 67 is pretty unlikely, especially if you find it in your pocket change. But it is possible if you find it in a collection in your parents' attic or basement or wherever you find it. And the big thing here is the fact that it graded really highly, and if you flip the coin over, you're going to see the full steps on the back above Monticello there. Those full steps are the highest point on the coin, and they get worn down the quickest, and they're the hardest to mint. And it sounds kind of silly, but collectors love collecting coins that have those full steps on the back, especially if they're really high graded like this one, and this coin sold for $14,950. One of my favorite coins here, so this is a 2000p 5-cent Jefferson Nickel. Now, if you look at this coin, you may imagine that it had some sort of after factory damage that occurred. It looked like someone almost rubbed this on the cement or the concrete on the floor, but what actually happened here is there's a mint error that occurred here. So this coin sold for $20,520, which is so much money for a 5-cent coin. This is one of my favorite types of coins because it is essentially a two obverse die coin. That means this coin has not one front, but it has two fronts. So when you flip the coin over, it looks like the front again, and it also has a mint error because it has a lot of the what looks like damage, but it's actually factory damage. So again, what you really need to be looking out for here is if you have any coin that the front of the coin is on the front and the back essentially it has two fronts, you have a coin that's incredibly rare. Just make sure that it's genuine, especially if you're going to buy the coin, because there are people out there, and I highly recommend against not doing this because it is illegal to deface any coin, but there are some people out there that will splice a coin in half and weld it together and try to sell it. Now again, that's highly illegal. This is not any sort of advice or anything like that, but I do recommend against doing anything like that. But essentially, if you find a coin like this, you want to make sure that it's genuine, it's real. Don't be spending thousands of dollars because you think that you can buy a coin for $1,000 and sell it for $20,000. This is not financial advice, but if you're going to buy a coin like this, make sure that you buy it if it's already graded like this. These grading companies will ensure that the coin is authentic and real. If you're buying a coin raw, meaning that it's not graded, you don't have the authenticity guarantee that these companies give, because there are some shady people out there that will try to rip you off and scam you. So please do your homework, do your due diligence, find someone trustworthy, and if you go ahead and you have this coin and you want to sell it, make sure you're getting the full amount of money for your coin, because you want to be getting the full amount of money. I don't want people getting ripped off. It happens all the time, unfortunately. People find a coin collection and they bring it to a pawn shop, and they just later on they find out that the coins or the paper money was worth so much more money, and it really hurts me. It really does. So do your homework, do your research, and also understand that it is really hard to find things like this. It's not, I don't want to give any false hope that you guys are going to go out there and find a coin like this, because the probability is pretty low, but it is possible. So don't give up. Keep on looking, keep on hunting, because it's a lot of fun. It's what I love doing. And let's jump into the next coin. So this one little Jefferson Nickel sold for $28,200, and this is why. So this is a 1942 D over D 5-cent Jefferson Nickel. Now this has a full steps on the back, and it was graded by PCGS, mint state 65. So if you flip the coin over, this has the full steps on the back. Like I said before, this is a very hard area for the coin to fully mint on. It's the highest point in the coin, so it gets worn down the quickest. Also, if you look at the D mint mark on the back right hand side of the coin, there was a mint error that occurred there. So you want to get some sort of magnification to look at this area, because it is a D over horizontal D. You have to look very closely, but collectors love collecting coins that have this sort of mint error on it, because this this coin sold for $28,200. So this is a tough one here. So this is a 1945 cent reverse of a 1938 PCGS graded proof 68 coin. So again, the highest grade we can get in grading is 70. This is only 2 points away, and it's a proof coin. Proof coins were never really meant to go out in circulation. There are some collector series coins that are minted as proofs and they go out to collectors, but for the most part, they are not meant to go out in circulation. So if you find a coin like this, it's likely going to be in a collection, but you'll know if you have a proof coin by looking at the backdrop of the coin. It's going to look like it has a mirror and you can see a reflection. This also has a bit of a toning to it. You can see the orange, yellow, red appearance around the coin. That happens when the coin is stored in a location that the air oxidizes with the coin in a certain manner that allows the coin to have this sort of appearance. There are people out there that will artificially tone coins to make them look crazy and look cool, but I advise against doing anything like that. Most professional grading companies will know this, and it actually is damaging the coin, but a natural toning like this, plus the high grade of a 68 and being a proof. Also, I mean, one of the biggest reasons why this coin sold for so much money is because the front of the coin is a 1940. You can see the date there on the right there. And if you flip the coin over, if your back looks like this of the coin, that means that you have a 1938 reverse. So essentially they took the front of a 1940 and the back of a 1938 during the minting process. This is not supposed to happen, but it accidentally happened, and all these things combined allowed this coin to sell for $28,750. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.